Today, those dress codes kinda stopped getting passed down. Aside from an occasional career day here and there, a lot of people never learned how to dress for a job interview, or even what semi-formal means.
It's kids in here doing a mock job interview. And y'all wouldn't believe what they got on. Little shit don't even make sense.
You'd never wear pajamas, slides, or bonnets to class because it just wasn't appropriate. But now,
did someone lace your weed or did you forget we're back with another video? Okay, so nobody's dressing to impress anymore. We already know this fashion stuff is an issue. Let's see what's happening.
Every time I leave my house with my makeup done and wearing a nice outfit, I want to throw up.
Oh, wow.
I get so scared because I feel like I'm doing the most.
I'm literally wearing a hoodie and shorts. And I feel overdressed. Like no matter what I do, I always feel overdressed.
So my coworkers are always telling me that I'm always overdressed for work. Let me show you my outfit first.
Stop wearing pajamas to the job interview. Nothing tells me faster that you don't actually want to work here or anywhere when you roll up in your SpongeBob SquarePants, okay?
Why are you so
That's
stressed
common
up?
sense.
I'm just too lazy for that. I didn't ask why you look like a bum.
something as simple as getting dressed up has turned into a problem, and you can feel it the moment you walk into a room. We now live in the day and age where looking like you tried is more embarrassing than looking like you didn't. From people wondering why looking nice is now something that you have to defend, to others purposely dressing down just to avoid attention, over time, looking nice has started to become a risk a lot of people aren't willing to take. Today, we're going to talk about how dressing to impress has went from the norm to embarrassing, and the deeper reason behind why we've all become so afraid to just look good. Welcome to the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. And I'm not saying you have to subscribe. You're classy. I know you don't just give those away for free.
Let me
but
see.
hopefully
I love
at the end of this
Janae,
video,
but
we become bestie enough for you to take that next
wanna
step.
see if an
Now,
ad
really
was
quick,
coming
I want
up.
to give a sincere apology to my supporters who saw the original title of my last video on girl math. While I won't repeat said title, if you know you know, and I want to apologize to you personally because that title did not reflect who I am or what this channel stands for. To be honest, y'all, I was just really proud of that video, and
Okay.
there was a time
she real for even
$5
doing
million in identity theft protection.
She
You
real
could
for
try off
even
vulnerable, and
apologizing.
you shouldn't either. There was a time when looking put together wasn't something you had to even think twice about. You got dressed up because that's just what people did. It wasn't a statement. You weren't doing it to prove anything. It was just expected.
The feminine silhouette became central for all types of women's clothing. High hemlines, tight waists, patterns, and colours took centre stage. Designers started experimenting with floral and vibrant geometric shapes to highlight how beautiful different bodies and physiques were.
People used to wear heels to the grocery store without batting an eye. You'd see men in suits at the airport, women in pearls at brunch, and girls in skirts and blouses on campus. That was their casual, and in a sense, it was like a shared understanding, almost like an unspoken rule that if you were leaving the house, you should probably look like it.
This is very important to all of us women, because the only time that we're not on parade is the time we spend in front of our dressing tables, and sometimes not even then.
And because that standard was everywhere, no one really questioned it. But slowly, that started to shift. As the world became more modernized, clothing trends started to take over, and that old-fashioned look that was normalized everywhere, it suddenly fell out of style.
Fashion is one of the only pieces of art that we consume on a daily basis and consistently engage with. It is one of the most defining tools of self-expression and a tool for creativity and self-discovery. So it breaks my heart when I see this.
And at first,
wait, am I wild? What was wrong with those outfits? Hold on, can we take it back? Wait.
Discovery. So it breaks my heart when I see.
What's wrong with the outfits? What's wrong with the outfits? Why? What is wrong with, I would wear all of them. Are y'all jacking that?
This.
And at first, it was pretty subtle. Those put together outfits back in the day, the tailored suits, the pantyhose, and heels at the grocery store, yeah, they started to not fit how fast-paced the world was becoming. And instead of classic and polished, people were preferring to choose comfort and relaxed.
I don't think we're giving ourselves enough props for making a tank top and jeans the most fashionable thing you can wear right now. Like, this is such a breath of fresh air. Thank you to the fashion influencers who normalized this.
So now there's this new wave of comfort over everything, where leggings became the new denim, hoodies and sweatpants were the go-to, loungewear became luxury, Crocs were acceptable at church, and eventually, over time, effort started to look a little embarrassing.
Am I the only one who feels like it's illegal to look cute?
I mean, I feel that there's been some situations where like whatever event I went to was like kind of chill casual and I kind of overdid it. And it's like, okay, I could have toned it down a bit. But it's just like, if you want to like dress up in general, like on some just because, you shouldn't feel embarrassed by that. You shouldn't feel ashamed by that. But I get it because it's like, oh, nobody else is doing this. So I feel like I'm doing too much. But it's like, if you genuinely want to do it and it's appropriate for wherever you're going to, why not?
Like, I would change the cutest outfit ever and put on pajama pants and an ugly oversized shirt just because I feel out of place. Like, literally, look what I'm wearing. It's just impossible for me to go out the house looking cute. I always feel like it's a crime.
Fast forward to today, and people are feeling overdressed in outfits that used to be considered underdressed. Since everyone else lowered the bar, looking put together makes you stand out. You can step out looking nice, and suddenly it seems like you're the one that didn't read the room.
Can we like normalize overdressing to the point where it's not even termed overdressing anymore? Because I'm sick and tired of walking into the bar and got on jean shorts and a crop top from Justice, and now I look like I'm trying to.
From Justice?
Well, I don't give a fuck. But when you get stared at like you're doing something illegal, feels a little weird.
And it doesn't even have to do with
that's not
modesty
right, though.
or flashiness. It's just the intention behind the outfit. Because over time, in my opinion, I believe intention started to feel uncool. We live in a culture where, yeah, you're supposed to look good, but you're not supposed to look like you actually tried.
If you've ever put an outfit together and then worry that it looks like you tried too hard, this is one trick that I always use to avoid that.
So in comes the rise of the clean girl, lazy core fashion, where, let's be real,
I feel like we're just overthinking fashion a little bit. I feel like we kind of overthinking it a little bit, you know, just just put on clothes. Like, you see how simple that is? Just put on clothes. And I get it, if you like me, you don't just want to put on anything. You kind of want to be like an artist with it. You know, okay, like this color looks nice with this necklace and like this belt. I get it, you can be a little bit of artist with it, you feel me? But it's just like, wear what you want. There's nothing wrong with it if it's not harming nobody and it's appropriate.
Throwing something together is trendy.
The outfits that are trending are becoming more and more simple, like even wearing a plain white tank top to go out to the bars. That would have been unheard of like 5 years ago, but this is my take on why it's happening. This simple wardrobe is commonly associated with old money, and when you're under financial anxiety, dressing like you have old money eases the pain. Like, I literally think dressing like this is like a coping mechanism.
And I'm not necessarily saying that the outfits look bad, okay? I love a good, simple t-shirt and a pair of sweatpants.
Absolutely.
Everyone does. I just think it's interesting that what used to be considered undressed is now the go-to and safest option. So, would you like to know what happens when someone does decide to put an effort into how they look, but everyone around them decided to play it safe?
It's cold around
here. They get reactions because apparently being dressed up in public is so rare nowadays. It needs documentation.
The content I hate the most on this app are those people who are like,
wait, that's different. That's different. Okay, it's one thing if like she just like had the whatever outfit she had on, but she's actually making content. So people might think, oh, she's famous or this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? So I can see why people might stop and stare like, oh, what's going on here? If you're filming.
reaction to my outfit, filming the public's reaction to me, and then just them walking and then zooming in on people in the background who are glancing for 0.2 seconds and being like,
There's been a huge trend of people filming themselves in nice outfits, walking through streets of hoodies.
Oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing. Imagine like somebody's doing that and I'm there and I had like turned around because I thought I felt something on my back. And they thinking I'm looking at their outfit. No, girl, don't do that. You deceiving me.
Sweatpants and raking up millions of views just for standing out. And I truly believe that the reactions themselves show the full picture. We're not used to seeing anyone look like they care anymore.
As a college student, I get asked all the time, how do you always have an outfit on? How do you always try to look put together? Like, this is kind of insane. Do you not want to wear sweats sometimes?
If you've ever been hit with that dreaded question, or what I believe to be the most backhanded compliment ever, why are you so dressed up? You may feel the need to defend yourself. You may even feel a little embarrassed because you didn't read the room. Oh, I'm the only one here that, looks a bit more polished.
One of my women managers, she said to me, you don't always have to dress up. A simple t-shirt and jeans is fine. I'm not going to wear simple jeans and t-shirt to work. It's just not me. I love to dress over the top. Should I be less of myself if I'm going to like a job interview? Or should I just be myself? Because I feel like this is just me.
So some people, they try to brush it off by saying, oh, I'm going somewhere after this. Or this whole thing, I just threw this on. We've learned to soften the moment just to make other people feel better and almost make ourselves not feel like we tried. Because nowadays it seems like effort only counts when it's unintentional, when you actually don't try.
I just got the best compliment. I took my nephew to a soccer practice, not even a game, a practice. This is me, okay? Nothing special. I brought all my kids. We all sat and watched a practice. And this really sweet lady said, oh my gosh, you look so pretty. You're all dressed up. Where are you going after this? And I said, here. And she said, you're so dressed. Wow, you're really dressed up for this.
Let's be real. A lot of people don't want to walk into a room and immediately feel like they did too much. And you want to know why?
But on the flip side, I feel like people probably feel like they not doing enough. So they trying to make the person who, like, I guess did a little bit more feel uncomfortable for doing a little bit more because they didn't do enough. Like, I could see that, dang, I don't, like, I'm not showing up somewhere I didn't really do my hair, or like I rushed doing my hair, have no makeup on, I really just threw anything on just to get here on time. And then here comes this person all dolled up or whatever. I can see it kind of coming from like maybe like a jealousy, like self-resentment type of standpoint.
It's because standing out is more embarrassing than looking good is rewarding. The pressure now isn't to look your best, it's to look like everyone else. Think about it. We live in a what are you wearing culture where people would rather match the room than stand out.
Hot girls on TikTok, what are we wearing to run errands these days?
All right, all my girlies, this is why it's so important to ask your homegirl, what are we wearing when we go out? Because y'all, let me show you what I'm wearing. Y'all see it, right? Sweatpants. Chill, I'll throw some slides on. Look at my bestie. Like, y'all, what? This is why we asked, what are we wearing?
And we can be honest here, because I'm that type of person. You watching this right now, you may be that type of person too. But the more we try to blend in, the faster individual style dies out.
Full offense, but why are we all dressing the exact same? If you were just scrolling and purchasing every single outfit that every single influencer is wearing just to look like every other in the block, get a grip. Go touch grass, honestly. It honestly makes me so...
Definitely touch grass, because I feel like fashion is a sense of individuality, you know. It's an expression of yourself. It's what you like. It shows your creativity, you know, where your head is at. You know what I mean? So it's just like kind of putting yourself in a box when it comes to that just to look like everybody else is really disappointing. And limiting at that as well. It's like, come on. Fashion is an expression of yourself. Even like makeup, the shoes you wear, how you style your hair, expression of yourself. Why are you trying to like kind of mold yourself like everybody else. Like, why are you trying to be a conformist with that?
Sad to see the lack of individualism these days, and maybe I'm just getting older, but it just really breaks my heart.
And the saddest part to me is that that mindset has already gotten to most of the younger generation.
Why are you wearing a pajama pants?
Okay, wait, because this thought did come to mind from earlier, from like one of the clips she had shown. Yes, I feel like school though, like, I mean, I went to public school, but like, I went to a school where like we had uniform. So we only wore something different on a dress down day or whatever, you know what I mean? But in college, yeah, definitely wearing joggers and sweats to class. Like, why am I wearing jeans to class? I mean, sometimes I would, like the loose ones, but it's just like, I want to be comfortable. For class, yeah, I want to dress comfortable. Why not? And then sometimes I up it up. But I see nothing wrong wearing sweats to class.
Why? I told you, don't be wearing pajama pants to school, man. Those are new Cookie Monster pajama pants. Bro, you look like you live with your grandma, bro.
In schools, back in the day, looking presentable used to be the standard. In my past video, Nobody Dresses for School Anymore, we go in detail on how kids used to dress to impress, maybe wearing uniforms and just preparing themselves for adult life. But today, those dress codes kinda stopped getting passed down. Aside from an occasional career day here and there, a lot of people never learned how to dress for a job interview, or even what semi-formal means.
It's kids in here doing a mock job interview, and y'all wouldn't believe what they got on. Little shit don't even make sense.
You'd never wear pajamas, slides, or bonnets to class because it just wasn't appropriate. But now, that's normal. A lot of students don't dress up for
Yeah, the pajamas, like I said, sweats is cool, but the pajamas though, maybe it was how I raised. I know my mom was always like why people wearing pajamas in public, that doesn't make sense. I think for me, trying to separate myself from what like her beliefs and stuff, I think there's some clothes you wear inside the house and then there's clothes you wear outside the house. That I always felt that way. You have inside the house clothes, like you have like short shorts or whatever, or like certain crop tops or whatever. You just have certain outfits that you wear in the crib and you don't wear it outside the house. And even though like long pajama pants, like it's not inappropriate in the sense like it's not showing cleavage and stuff like that, but it's like, how appropriate is pajamas in a public setting? You know what I mean? Unless it's like, how schools do Spirit Week and they have like pajama day or whatever it is. But it's just like on a regular though. Regular day. I don't know.
School anymore. Not because they're lazy, which laziness probably does come into play a little bit, but they don't do it because no one else is. And I'm sorry, but for a generation that was never taught to dress for anything beyond comfort, the idea of putting effort into their outfits probably feels performative and try hard. So if dressing up already feels like you're doing the most, imagine being or living in a place that...
Nah, times have really changed. But like I said, I went to a school with uniforms, so it's just like when we had those days where you could wear whatever, like, we want to pop out. We want to show the name brand. Been wearing khakis and polos forever, bro. Like, we want to pop out with what we got sometimes. We want to, like, show it off a little bit. We want to show everybody, I'm a lot more than khakis and a pull-up shirt. For me, even though it's a cool combo, but it's, like, a little bit more to that. Or even with the shoes, like, you can only wear black shoes. Now I got some other kicks in the crib, you heard? Now, damn, like nobody even care. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, when I was in school, some people didn't care. I'm pretty sure there's some days, like, yeah, I'm just gonna put on some joggers or whatever, but just, like, no care in the world at all? Wow.
Prioritizes simplicity over standing out. In certain towns or areas of the world, this discomfort can go even deeper.
Why is dressing up in your hometown so embarrassing? Every time I leave my house with my makeup done and wearing a nice outfit, I want to throw up. I get so scared because I feel like I'm doing the most in a city where everyone's doing the least.
Now, if you've seen my video, Nobody Dresses for the Region Anymore, you probably get the full picture, but for those who haven't, in more smaller towns or conservative areas, showing up overdressed almost feels like breaking
Make sure to
an
subscribe.
unspoken rule. And anything too styled, too flashy, too city girl will immediately feel out of place. Trust me, I live in a small southern town. I'm the source.
In a big city, nobody gives a what you got on because there's so many people that dress differently. But if you go to the suburbs or you go to a small town and you put on something that's slightly out of line, slightly against the norm, people are gonna stare at you. You have a third eye growing out of your forehead. I try really hard to put on like outfits that are unique to me, things that I enjoy wearing. Not gonna lie, half the time I'm not wearing those things out.
So it's not just online pressure that's discouraging people from dressing to impress, it's cultural mindset too. You could chop this up to saying that, oh, everyone just prefers to dress more casually, but we're starting to lose individual style altogether. A lot of people aren't just afraid of looking bad, they're afraid of being looked at. And that's what makes so many of us play it safe.
I used to dress myself down so people would not feel insecure. There was a time I didn't wear what I really wanted to. I didn't say what I really wanted to say. And I never showed up into rooms to be magnetic. I actually tried to dim my light and be more digestible to people because I never wanted to be that girl. I didn't want to walk into a room and be the girl that everyone whispered about and called too much. Too overdressed, she was too confident, and she was so self-obsessed. So I softened my voice, I chose safe clothing, and I sat smaller to shrink myself, and I was still too much for people that had not met themselves yet. You know what the real cost was? It was the cost of me disappearing for my own life to satisfy other people.
We convince ourselves that dressing down keeps the attention away, when in reality, it just keeps us from expressing who we actually are. I do this. I'm really speaking to myself here. I have moments every day where I look in the mirror and I'm wondering, should I tone this outfit down? Even if I love the outfit, I'm thinking about what everyone else is gonna think instead of myself. And that fear has made a lot of us water ourselves down just to feel safe. And I don't like that. But here's the truth about all of this. Here's what a lot of people won't tell you when they see you all dressed up. Because most of the time, I don't think people are judging you. They're either wishing they had the confidence that you have, or they are judging themselves because they feel a little guilty for not trying like you.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say. They know they didn't really put no effort in, and then they see you walk along, and now they looking at themselves differently. So it really be, and I think that's just a life lesson everybody needs to know. Like, you're not really the problem, it's really them, and they're projecting onto you.
I'm so over this whole, oh, you look really dressed up. Where are you going after this? So because I have now taken it upon myself to look good, you have decided to make it your personal problem. You've now held the animosity in your heart, and you're holding grudge because I've decided to look good.
That's why those backhanded compliments say a lot. The, why are you so dressed up? Why are you looking so good? What do you mean by that?
The thing is, when you choose to dress up a little bit more, what I'm noticing is that people will literally always say, why are you so dressed up? Oh, what were you so dressed up for? Is there an event later on? What's going on? I think it's so freaking weird. Why are you wearing leggings to work? Why are you in athleisure in the office? Guess who's never asked anyone that question ever? Me.
Most of the time, they're being hard on themselves because they didn't have the confidence to be the only one in the room that's standing out.
Right.
If you love getting dressed up, continue to do so. Be the person that reminds everybody else that effort still means something.
A lot of people still ask me, how do you go out in public, dress like a Victorian era bar wench pirate queen, and not get embarrassed? And you want to know the answer? I still do. But what I remind myself of is that life is extremely fleeting. And if later today I get hit by a bus while wearing my Lululemon leggings and Brandy Melville Chloe 14 top and sneakers, I will be extremely upset.
Because the more we hide behind the fear of standing out, the more we lose the individuality that makes us. I really feel like I made this video mainly for myself. It's like a little pep talk because I do think we're all ready to bring effort back without feeling shamed for it. Thanks for tuning into the Girl Talk You Didn't Know.
And I will 100% support that movement. 100%. Dress, express, be creative with it. Fashion is cool. It's an extension of yourself, you feel me? But anyways, thank y'all for tapping in. I'll catch y'all next time. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and comment too.